They say if you're trying to manifest anything, just get into the vortex. Start feeling excited. Start feeling joyous. Start feeling like you've already got it. And that is how you will influence your field, which will help you attract what you always wanted. Easier said than done. And I'm with you on this. I agree. How do you access joy when suffering seems to be your identity? It is something that you have identified with for the longest time. It feels like it defines you, thinking the same thoughts over and over on loop, worrying about the same problems over and over. And it happens at a biochemical level. Your body releases certain chemicals when you think those thoughts. That's so addictive. It's like your body craving coffee at the same time every day. It just overrides your ability to think, your ability to logically question whether this craving is right or wrong. And when you have craving for thoughts, it gets even tough. Because at least for coffee, there'll be some thought that you'll need to give before you finally hand yourself that big cup of coffee. But when it comes to thinking thoughts, well, it's just like you have no control. It's like thoughts floating. And of course, there have been books written, You Are Not Your Thoughts, You're Not What You Think, and so on. It's all great on paper. But how do you actually be in the vortex where you are radiating the frequency of joy, of gratitude, of appreciation that helps you attract the goodness that you want, especially when suffering has already become your identity? In my experience, what I have learned is that there's always a voice which is talking to you about what your next steps are going to be. And that voice can often be heard in something that feels like contrast to you. So, for example, you are in a place right now which you know is not good for you, which you know is not serving you. And you constantly mull over this other place that you want to be, this other position that you want to be. It could be in respect to a job that you're in or any other situation of your life. And so there is a sense of contrast which your mind constantly keeps highlighting and keeps telling you that, well, you know what, this isn't working. And here's what we do. We often suppress that voice because we do not know what it feels like to be in the unknown. It's uncharted territory, where we've never been before. And therefore, we keep ourselves stuck in current reality. And that is a typical maze. Because while in your mind, you're always trying to get out of it, you are literally not making any effort because there is this constant fear that if not this, then what? Or what if I get there and realize that now it's a different set of problems that have gripped me? So how am I going to conquer that yet again, even after taking this leap of faith? And therefore we keep questioning ourselves and keep staying stuck in the same place. And therefore, the real purpose that we came here for, that actually originates from this contrast, we end up suppressing. And which is why we live tethered to our pseudo purpose, which is trying to solve big problems in our head that have no solution, because our mind cannot solve the mind itself. So the untethering is what will help. And how do you do that? Well, you throw an anchor. So imagine you're actually sliding down a hill. What do? You put an anchor there and then you use that to pull yourself up. And that's exactly what we need as well, an anchor. Now, here's what I mean by that. What I have learned is no matter what is going wrong in our lives, no matter how many problems we have, there's always one thing that's working out just fine. There is one thing, there might be hundreds of things going wrong, but one thing might be really working out well for you. Use that as an anchor frequency. That will help you get back on the hill, get back to the altitude. And that is what you could use to express gratitude. It could be being in nature. It could be about your relationship with your partner. It could be with your child. It could be your work. Any one thing that's really working out well for you. Just hold on to it and express gratitude for it. Use that to elevate your frequency. And once you're able to get back on the hill and come back to that altitude, and you're no longer in the space of fear, grief, despair, and onto neutrality, even, that's a better place to be. That's a great ground zero to now launch rocket towards what you want, to now look at what the contrast looks like in full spectrum. And so this is a great place to be. It is energetically so empowering. And that's what we need to go towards, from a state of powerlessness to being empowered. And we do that ourselves by pulling ourselves back up on the hill. And once you get there, you launch a rocket with precise coordinates that gets you to the other end of the contrast, from where you were to where you want to be. And that's precision frequency. I'm going to discuss that in my next video, and I'm very, very thrilled to tell you what it would look like. But before that, I want you to throw that anchor on the hill and pull yourself back up, so that you can be there and stay there for sustained amounts of time. Marinate in that frequency, immerse yourself in that vibration. And that is when your nervous system will be regulated and it will be ready to take your next step.